All right, all right. Let's look at how we can use Google to find more keyword ideas and also content ideas. So what we're essentially going to be doing is taking advantage of Google's auto suggestions. So if I go ahead and type in home inspection, it starts listing off, as you can see, different things that it think I might be interested in, right? So now we're just simply going to use our head, and we're actually going to go through and find the ones that are actually relevant to who we want to reach, right? So make sure you have your spreadsheet handy. You're going to be wanting to make note of these as you go, right? So before we actually get into the actual technique, let's say that we came across home inspection cost, right? That's a legitimate keyword. You don't necessarily need to put home inspection down, but just make a note of cost, right? Checklist, that's legit. Some people that may have anxiety or they want to keep their home inspectors accountable, they might go on the internet and look to download a checklist. My guess is that would be a fairly high competition keyword. It wouldn't be high on my priority list personally. But yeah. And then of course you're going to get all these ones that just aren't relevant, right? Like home inspection software, that's super relevant for a home inspector, not necessarily for a prospect, right? Classes, that's great for somebody who's looking to become a home inspector. You get the idea. What we're going to do is we're going to just hit space and put it in an A, as in we were about to, like pretending that we're about to type something, right? And what Google's going to do is it's going to actually suggest a bunch of these things that start with A. So you want to go through all these lists and just find what we call high buyer intent or high interest keywords or topics, ideas, content, ideas, whatever you want to call it. So on this one, I see obviously Aurora IL, Arlington Heights IL. Those might be relevant. I don't know where those are exactly. They might be like right on the outskirts of Chicago or something. We're going to ignore those, but asbestos, that's a super good one, right? You definitely want to include that. That's something that some people may definitely type in. So if you type in the next letter, right? So we're just typing in B here. So home inspection business, great keyword there. Home inspection before offer, that's a really interesting one. And then if we look down here, we got home inspection before buying, right? So what this is indicating, if we're just keeping our prospects in mind, so a person who's on here looking for information about home inspections because they need a home inspection, right? You want to be the person giving them that information. So by talking about this type of stuff, you can inform people and you can let them know, like, maybe this is somebody who is thinking of selling or thinking of buying and they don't really know where the home inspection fits into the whole process, right? That's something you can easily just write a quick blog post about and address and include these words, so that if people type these words in, then you're covered. Like, you're probably going to show up if you're optimized properly. And then if you continue going through the alphabet, you're going to see all kinds of ones, like home inspection cost, that's a good one. Checklist, that's one you could use. Not a huge ton of buyer intent there, but it's a possibility. Companies, that's a great one. Cost Chicago, that's good. That's good. Home inspection deal breakers, again, that's maybe not like a buyer intent keyword, but maybe that's would lead to a bigger topic of a blog post. Like maybe there's a lot of people searching for keywords around like if this is found on a home inspection, like when is it time to walk away, right? Deck, home inspection deck. So maybe somebody's looking for their deck to get inspected. Drones, that's a good one. There's those are getting more and more popular, especially if you combine it with roof inspections. Sorry, I'm going backwards. Experts, that's a really good one. And you're going to get all kinds of just all kinds of really great keywords as you go through this process. So I'm going to stop there. I think you get it. Another thing you can do is and you can only do this for the really popular terms, right? Like home inspection is popular enough where you'll be able to do this probably. Let's see if it works for us. We do Chicago home inspection, and then we just try the same technique. So we're getting home inspectors area advantage already. Those sound like brand names. It's a brand name, best. So that's a keyword you could use. It's something you can include, right? Inspector cost, so kind of combining words there. Chicago condo home inspection, that's one we didn't see before. Chicago certified home inspection and city of Chicago home inspection. Those are all terms we didn't see on the first time around without the Chicago word in there. So as you can see, like this is something worth doing. This is going to give you tons and tons of ideas. And you can also do it for like smaller keywords, right? So I wouldn't spend as much time necessarily doing this because your main, depending where you're located in the country, roof inspection might actually be a major keyword for you. But home inspection, residential inspection, those types of keywords, commercial inspection, those are the ones where you really want to make sure you got all your bases covered, because that's where the majority of your traffic is going to be coming from. So real quick before I shut this down, let's roof inspection A and repair, so that's not too relevant. But roof inspection after hurricane, that's great. Roof inspection after storm, that's good. So including the word storm on your roof inspection page. Irma, so different names of hurricanes, right? Yeah. So roof inspection before buying a house. Again, like there, you can inform somebody who's looking to buy a house. Like that's big. That's how you gain the trust of people that are going to remember you potentially when they actually need the home inspector. By drone. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it off there. I think you get it. This is another really important thing that you should take the time to do. I strongly recommend it. And again, you don't need to go through every single keyword doing this strategy. And a lot of the keywords that you get, like expert and best and all these, like they're basically things you can include on all your main service pages, right? Like the best roof inspector in Chicago or the best home inspector in Chicago, right? Obviously just different pages, but you would include those strategically across all the different main keywords. But yeah, we're going to shut it off there, and I hope this was helpful.